Okay, so I'm putting this out there to see if anybody else has seen this demon. This is super hard for me. I've always been really embarrassed to tell this story because I've always been worried that people were going to think that I was crazy. But I have heard a couple of testimonies online that sounded a bit similar, and I'm just curious if anyone else has seen this demon. Um, this particular demon was created in 2022 by accident on an AI, but I seen it in 2018 or 2019. I'm going to make this short. I'm going to do my best to say what happened, but basically I was still very much part of the world. We were at the club. We came back to my house. Excuse me. And it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was just myself with some other girls. We were talking. Somebody got to talking about what they experienced at their church, and she started talking about the Holy Ghost. And she made it sound like it felt so good to experience the Holy Ghost. So I said, I want to feel the Holy Ghost. And as soon as I said those words, this demon, what looked exactly like this demon, grabbed me, screamed in my ear so loud. It was not even an earthly sound. I'm talking about it was some kind of a screech, and the fear that I've never felt fear like this in my life. What I was experiencing was it felt like she grabbed me and we were flying straight down, and it looked like stars were passing by, and all I could think was like that I was getting dragged to hell. um, Again, it was the worst experience of my life. When I finally shook out of it, I jumped up off of my bed and I looked around. I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? Everybody around me was panicking as well because what they experienced was different from what I experienced. To them, they said it looked like something grabbed me and pushed me face down into the bed and was kind of like suffocating me, and that they felt a force holding me down when they were trying to pick me up. So again, like I'm telling them, like, don't tell anybody, please don't say anything, because I'm worried that if they say anything, somebody's going to come and take me to the crazy hospital, because that's what I would have assumed. But I was in so much fear that I didn't want anybody to leave me alone. One of the girls got so scared that she left right away, but then I was still here with a couple more. A couple of the girls stayed. The worst part about this situation is that it lasted for like 4 or 5 days, to where I had to even beg my family to please not call the cops, please not call an ambulance, because I feel like they could have thought that I was going through some kind of psychotic break. Luckily, my daughter had an aunt who was very involved in ministry, and she was in Bible college. And even though I asked her multiple times, I asked everybody, like, please don't call anyone, don't tell anyone, just don't leave me alone. That's what I was saying, don't leave me alone, because every time I would close my eyes, this same thing would just scream in my ear. Like I could see it right on the side of me. And I remember those lips just being like, just like this photo. Um, the lips were like this. The lips were more, I don't know. Yeah, like that's what the lips looked like. The eyes were definitely like that. The hair was more straggly and the skin was more oh, this is more of a better example. The skin looked like this, the head looked like this, the hair looked like this, and it was just screeching, but there was no teeth. It kind of looked like a mummy mouth. But this looks so similar to what it was. So for me to see that in 2018 or 2019 and then see this created in 2022, as soon as I seen it created, instantly I knew that's what I had seen that day. But I don't know, I guess, like I said, I don't know if anybody's going to see this, but I just wonder um if anybody experienced anything similar to that, if you've seen or heard this. Oh my goodness, my kids are gaming. Can you hear them? They're so loud. They're adults and they're loud. But anyways, yeah, it lasted for days. The sound was something I cannot explain. It was not of this world. And the way that we were flying straight down was like so fast. And my family, oh, I hate to even admit this, but they said that from their end, what I looked like was like The Exorcist. They said that my face was like moving, and oh, I know that sounds crazy, but I'm only putting it out there because there is power in testimony. And because my daughter's aunt came over and prayed over me with her husband, and she stayed for days, and she verified that there was activity going on in my house, and that, that I experienced something, um, just by hearing about other people's testimonies, will make you think, oh my goodness, that has happened to me, that exact same thing. So maybe I'm not crazy, which I know I'm not crazy. I've come to accept that the spiritual realm is real. And this is one of the main reasons that I know that the spiritual realm is real. Like, I always knew that God was real, but this sealed the deal for me, as far as like, okay, there's an entire spiritual realm that we're up against. And when I said the words, I want to feel the Holy Ghost, that demon got so upset that it grabbed me and tormented me 4 days. And when I think about it, it's because I was kind of living for the other side. I was winning souls for the other side, pick them up, take them to the club, you name it. You know what I mean? So when I said I want to feel the Holy Ghost, I aggravated something. And so that's another thing. It made me feel like, oh my goodness, the Holy Ghost must be so strong and so amazing that you just had to reveal yourself and throw this tantrum. But yeah, if anybody sees this and you've experienced anything similar, I would really like to hear about it.